Live now. No countdown. We're live now. And I'm Lucas Dantas. I'm here with Al Notai. Is that the best name for you?
I go for Al Libby is my actual name, but I go for No Tai. It's actually No AI.
No AI.
AL,
Not AI.
AI.
Not AI.
It's a
Okay.
deep one, yeah.
I like that
It's a
one.
deep
I
track.
like that one. Not AI. Okay. He's a human.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what he's saying. Yeah. And we're here to talk about the World Cup. Don't expect anything that we're gonna go deep dive into names of players, where they were born, how many goals they have scored, who their wives is. We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna go over through each group and see who's gonna go through each one of them. Our favorites for the World Cup. We're gonna go through every single round of the playoffs, and at the end, we're gonna find out who's gonna be the winner. Right?
Yep.
Maybe not here in this video, but at the end, we're gonna find out eventually. And to start this, I would like you to tell, because you are an American,
I am American.
and I see a lot of Americans. They don't know about the World Cup. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's for. They don't know how often it happens. They don't know anything about it. So, what can you tell to Americans about the World Cup? Like, what is the World Cup?
Yeah. So basically, there's been a battle going on for years and years between all the countries of the world. They all get together. It's like the Olympics, where all the countries come together and they compete for things. But with the World Cup, it's one sport, it's one activity. All the rules are agreed upon, and every country participates. And over enough time, over years, they actually whittle it down to just the top teams. The top teams play each other for literally bragging rights of the most popular sport on the entire planet. And the fact that America's not involved is just shocking to me. But
Yeah.
I was one of the guys who wasn't involved. For me, soccer was a sport you played until you were like 12, and then you played football or whatever type thing. I guess it was more of a non-contact, so you played soccer. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I joined the Air Force, was stationed over in England in 2006, and knew nothing about soccer, didn't care at all. And that was the first year the World Cup was going on when I was actually in the service. And the entire country of England just stopped. They had the English flags, like the actual English flags, the white with the red cross, not the Union Jack you see with the blue and the red, the actual England flags. And I'm driving around the cities in England, and I'm like, what is all this? What is this flag? I don't even know. You never see it because England usually plays into Great Britain, but in the World Cup, every country plays with their own individual countries' bragging rights. So kind of got wrapped up in there and ended up going down to London for the World Cup finals. I didn't really care, just kind of there, but the crowd just swept you in and get you involved. And if you're going to watch any kind of World Cup match, watch it with a crowd, because it will suck you in and it will get in your bones, and you'll never be able to leave soccer again.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. I'm from Brazil, so I have grown with the culture, so everyone around me, they were soccer fans. I had people from my family that were soccer players too. My brother tried to be a soccer player. I had a cousin. He played futsal in Europe. He even made it to the Champions League team in Europe for futsal, which is indoor soccer. Like we're here, like we're having whiskey and talking about soccer. Is this something that Americans usually do?
They should.
They
should. The fact with the enthusiasm we have about football, the Super Bowl and baseball and stuff like that.
So many sports
all
sports, year round.
Yes. It's not even a tiny percentage of the passion and the energy around soccer worldwide. I really think that we're missing out on how amazing the sport actually is. I always compare it to, like, if you're watching a basketball game, the score is 125 to 119, and it's a great game. In soccer, it could be 1-0,
Yeah.
and that would be the greatest game ever, because that one goal means more than 123 points could ever mean. Really gets everyone together and really rallies them up.
And that's a concept that's kind of hard to explain.
It is.
Because if you ask me, you rather watch a 1-0 game or a 5-4 game, just like we had at the Champions League. I'd rather watch a 5-4 game. But in soccer, it's so much harder to score, so much harder. And you can see when the players score how much they vibrate, how much they celebrate. So you know that it's something different. It's something else, right?
Absolutely.
And I do like the high-scoring sports games. I think it brings a lot of excitement as well. But soccer, I think there's a lot more ingredients. It's a lot of drama. There are teams that don't want you to play. They will make the most possible so nothing happens during the game. So there's different strategies. There's a lot of ways to play soccer. And I think during this World Cup, we're going to see different ways of playing soccer, different ways of winning, different ways of losing too. We're going to see everything.
Absolutely.
And I think the first we have to start with the Group A. Group A, we have Mexico, we have South Korea, we have South Africa, and I'm trying to remember what's the last team. The last team is
the fourth place team. That's what it's going to be. What we don't ever really discuss on these groups right here is that Czech. There you
Czech
go.
Republic.
Czech Republic. These teams right here weren't just randomly selected like you pulled out a bingo ball or whatever. These teams have played multiple times in order to get the chance to be in the group now. So these are absolutely the elite teams. This isn't like, oh, the Nuggets are going to play in the NBA because they're always in the NBA, or the Cowboys are always in the NFL. These countries have had to earn their spots, and no one really gets an automatic invite besides the hosts, which is the USA this time. But no one gets an automatic invite.
There's three, right?
Three, right? Yeah,
There's three this time.
Yeah, so Canada, USA, and Mexico automatically get an invite because we're the hosts. It's a bonus. But there's no automatic invites other than that. Every team has to earn their right to get back in. Argentina won the last World Cup, which is every 4 years. Yeah. So, but you think they get automatic
invites? And now it's easy, right?
Yeah.
We always had the World Cup. Well, not always, but in the last editions of the World Cup, it was always 32 teams, 32 nations. And now it's 48 nations.
Yeah.
So it became easier in theory to get to the World Cup.
Exactly.
And we still see nations like Italy. They haven't made to the World Cup since 2014. And that's a shame.
Exactly.
Right? Italy has 4 World Cups.
Amazing. And that's why I like the World Cup also, because you might have like my aunt's husband is from Germany, so I kind of like Germany a little bit because they're part of your. You can kind of grab different teams, and I like them because I knew a neighbor who was Colombian. I like Brazil because I know he was from Brazil, so you'd be able to get a lot of different teams, kind of like with national sports, but it's cool because it's on a global scale. It's amazing.
Yeah. So about the Group A, we have, like I said, Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and Czech Republic. In your opinion, let's go to like first and second of the group. Mm-hmm. We know that in 8 of the 12 groups, 3 teams are going to make out, even if they make it to third place. So I would say in the beginning, we just do the first 2, and then we go over to the other groups, and then we select who's going to be the third place that's going to make out of each group.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. For me, in this group, Mexico and South Korea. I don't think it's that easy to predict. Mexico, I would say Mexico is the main favorite here. Mexico usually makes out of the World Cup, makes out of the group stage of the World Cup. They usually do that. The problem is after that. The problem is after the group stage. They usually fell off in the first knockout round. Usually round of 16. This time might be round of 32. We never know. We've seen that happening against Netherlands. That was like even like a traumatic event for Mexicans. I remember that Robin. They still think there wasn't a penalty. I think it was, but I don't know. I know that hurts a lot of people from Mexico.
Yeah.
But I say they are the favorites to make it out of this group on the first position. I like South Korea. They have Heung-min Son. They have Kim Min-jae, which are players that play Tottenham. Kim Min-jae plays for Bayern. Those are players that are on the highest level. Maybe Heung-min Son because of the age, he's not at its peak anymore. But I would say based on the players that they have, what we have seen from them, Mexico and South Korea are the favorites to get out of this group.
Yeah, I actually agree with that too. To translate that into American level, from the group stage, you have the group stage, and here, like you mentioned, the top 2 and sometimes the top 3 can advance, and they go into the round of the group of 32, and then from there they get knocked out to the group of 16.
Yeah,
and then it's quarterfinals and semifinals and then finals.
Yeah.
So this group right here is to get who's going to go to the next round. It's kind of like the March Madness bracket sort of system.
Exactly.
So Mexico, they have such a great following. They are a host country, like I mentioned. I'm going to say that a few times, but when you're a host country, that's a major deal. Like you get home field advantage, and we all know in all sports, home field advantage is always great. Yeah, I've got Mexico and South Korea also. South Korea is a bit of a sleeper. They don't usually advance very far, but I think this is a good group for them. I think they're going to move up really well.
Yeah. One thing I like about South Korea is that, and the same thing with Japan, those teams are so they're so obedient tactically. Yeah. So if the coach wants them to go all out after a team, they will go.
Yeah.
And those are the moments that makes the games really interesting.
Yes.
I've seen very good games with Japan, very good games with South Korea. So I'm hoping to see good games in this group.
Absolutely. That's one thing I do like about World Cup also. It's kind of like the Olympics. You mentioned the discipline of the different players and the different cultures. That's kind of a South Korean culture. It's kind of very disciplined, very organized, and you follow whatever you're told. But you get teams like Spain or whatever, and they're kind of passionate and they're crazy and they're kind of yelling in your face. That's just kind of how each culture is, and that's kind of what makes the World Cup really cool.
Yeah. Well, we're going to decide the third places that are going to make out of this group. But do you see any team making out of this group, like maybe South Africa or Czech Republic?
Yeah, I think South Africa.
I think there's a chance here.
I think South Africa is a good country, a good country to go through. They've actually been really well. They've been performed really well recently in the last few years. I would say them probably, because the little catch about these group rounds is that if you're third place, you don't automatically move on. Only a certain number of third places do move on to the next round or the group of 32. So it'll be debatable, and that really comes down to the number of goals they score.
Yeah.
So during each match, if they score more goals, they're more likely to make it that actual extra wild card, if you want to call it, as an American term, we would say.
Yeah, that's a good point you make, because it's going to be a lot of teams tied in points. I would say tied in number of goals they have scored as well. So goal difference, even yellow cards, just like the last World Cup, we had Senegal being out of the World Cup because of yellow cards. Exactly. I think we can see the same thing happening in this World Cup as well.
Translate for American language, yellow card means a penalty or something like that. They basically get a warning, hey, don't do that again. 2 yellow cards equals a red card. When you get a red card, the player's gone and the team goes down a player, and they have to play with one less player, like power play in hockey.
Yeah, and we're talking about like the ways that they untie when you have the same amount of points, have the same amount of goals. There are other criteria that they use, like in yellow cards is one of them. So a team that has yellow cards, if they have every other stats the same, the team that has less yellow cards, they will make it out. They will have an advantage over a team that has more yellow cards.
Absolutely. And yellow cards, like as I mentioned, you get them for penalties. They could be things like soccer is a non-contact sport, but there's a lot of contact. If you get caught doing too much contact, or the famous thing that I do not like about soccer, I'll be honest, is the flopping. Some people hit, they'll flail over. You'll get a yellow card for that, like penalty, like stop messing around type thing. So yellow cards are penalties and things. So
yeah, definitely. So on Group B, we have Canada, we have Bosnia, we have Qatar, and Switzerland. By looking at this group, I would say Qatar is the serious candidate to be the last one of this group. Serious candidate.
I thought you were going to say first one. I was like, whoa,
no.
Really?
I would say Switzerland. I don't have a lot of arguments to hold on to it, to put Switzerland in the first place. Yeah. But they have Embolo, they have Granit Xhaka, so they do have players that can make a difference. But Bosnia has Dzeko. Canada has Alphonso Davies, and they are host nation. Yeah. So those things can also play a role in this group. Yeah. Absolutely. But for me, Switzerland is the first place, and I would put Bosnia in second place. But I'm counting on Canada coming out of this group.
Really? Yeah, I've actually got Canada first place. I may be way off in this. I got Canada first, Switzerland second.
I don't think it's absurd.
And once again, to translate in American language, these players that he's mentioning, they don't just sit around and just play for Canada or just play for America or whoever. They are part of other clubs or other teams around the world. So Spain has a certain league they play in, and Europe has a certain league, and England has a certain league. And these players they could be from Switzerland. They play in England. If they do really well in England, Switzerland invites them to be on the Switzerland national team. So they're not just players dedicated to the actual country. They play for other teams around. And some of them play for MLS. Some of them play for Miami. Some of them play for Seattle, whatever. And the countries pick their players they want out of the best players that are already playing among the other clubs.
Yeah, I would say Canada. There are probably a lot of players from America that plays there in Canada.
Yeah, absolutely. They have the home field advantage. It's kind of why I picked them first. I think that's a big deal. They're never really talked about as being a great, team that's going to make a deep run, and we kind of know they're not going to make a deep run. But this is kind of a strange group. There's not really a super strong lead team.
Yeah, but I think we kind of agree that we have. So you said Canada for the first.
Yeah,
Switzerland. Do you think Switzerland second?
Yeah,
and Bosnia? Do you think
Bosnia
can get out? Yeah. I think so as well. Bosnia is the team that eliminated Italy in the playoffs. Yeah, they have Dzeko. They know how to hurt the big teams.
They just snuck in very recently. They weren't part of the original bracket. They just snuck in on a very recent game. But yeah, Qatar. I mean, they were the hosts of the last World Cup, which is great for experience. Yeah, experience in World Cup counts for a lot. It really, really does.
And they also participated on a Copa America.
Yes, Copa America.
They participated in Copa America too. Maybe I would think they were trying to increase the level of the teams that they were playing against to be able to do a good job of the World Cup.
Yeah,
that's what I mainly think.
But we still have them in fourth. We both do.
Yeah,
when you're in fourth,
it takes time. It takes
you're
time.
gone. I'm sorry.
You need to invite those players. You need to get some women pregnant, and then some players are going to be born, and then you can use those players. So it takes time. It takes some time.
It takes time. It's a generational game.
Yeah, it's a generational game. Well, China is playing the long game. They should be looking at that.
Is China even in the World Cup? They're not even in it.
No, they're not. Well, they do have a plan to win by 2050. I'm not sure how not being in this World Cup affect that plan, but they are worried about the long term.
Isn't that a fascinating thing that there could be a major countries like China, which talked about all the time, and they didn't make the World Cup?
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter anything else.
18 billion people. Yeah. I don't know if that's the name, the number of people. I don't know, but they have a lot of people.
It depends on the wins.
They can't find 11 players that can make it to the World Cup.
Exactly.
They can't find it.
And there's no like freebies. Oh, you get an automatic pass in. Nope, you have to.
Curacao. They have 100,000 people.
Curacao.
They can find 11 players better than China can.
Exactly.
So that's crazy for me.
Crazy.
It's crazy for me. Yep. Anyway, Group C now. They have Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. So, I want to start. I'm from Brazil, so I want to start by talking about Brazil.
Asterisk. He's from Brazil, so take this with a grain of salt.
I do want to take some time to talk about Brazil. And the main thing that I want to talk about is that I'm very disappointed at Carlo Ancelotti. I was expecting a coach that would not be what's the word? I don't think I can't think about the word now, but I would think about a coach that wouldn't be so much influenced about pressure from sponsors, pressure from supporters, pressure from anywhere. And by calling up Neymar, I think he what's the word, like when you let the pressure come in and you just like
collapse.
You collapse. Yeah. I mean, he made I think it was the wrong decision. I mean, I don't think Neymar is a bad player, but he's 34 now. I've seen Neymar at its best, and now I see he's very far from his best. I don't think he can play at a level that can make a difference for us. He still called him up, and right now he's injured. He might not even make it to the first game. And I wonder, like, if it was Neymar from 2022, if it was Neymar from 2018, 2014, I would agree. Okay, even if he's hurt, he's the best one we have. Doesn't matter. He loses the first game. That's fine. He can make it to the second, third, and help us get to the final. But it's not that this Neymar can't do that. This Neymar can't do that. He can't even walk a straight line, man. If you try and make him walk a straight line, he's gonna fall, man. He can't.
We talked about earlier. Neymar is one of the legendary players of soccer for forever and ever. He's written into the quilt of soccer. Yeah. Along with Messi, which is another name Americans may have heard of. He's on a lot of commercials. He never speaks, but he's on the commercials. Ronaldo, Neymar. Yeah, those are the top three guys. Yeah. They're all kind of in the twilight of their career. The sun's setting a little bit on these three guys' careers. This is going to be the last World Cup where we see these big three guys. And
I wouldn't put Neymar with Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, though. For me, he's below. I would put him with Di Maria, with Hazard. I know that some people from Brazil might be watching this and think I'm a hater, but Neymar had the potential to get there. I've seen him play. I've seen him getting close to them. If you ask me if Neymar has kept that same tempo, the same momentum, same intensity, 5 years, now he would maybe not now, but 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he would be the best player of the world. He would be.
Do you have them at number one?
I do have them at number one, but I would like to say that the Morocco game is key. It's key on this group. The Morocco game is key because if Brazil, I think if Brazil tied this game, Brazil can still make it to the first place. But if Brazil loses this game, it's going to be really hard.
Absolutely.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Scotland can take points out of Morocco, can take points out of Brazil. Haiti, I think they're, like I said, Haiti never scored. Well, they have scored a goal. They never had a point at a World Cup.
Yeah.
So that's their goal. Get 1 point out of this group. Hopefully it's not against Brazil, hopefully. But this group can change a lot. But I will still put Brazil first, Morocco second, and I think Scotland gets out of this group.
Yeah, me too. Exactly. I have Brazil number one, Morocco number two, Scotland three, Haiti's gone. What an amazing sport, though, that if Haiti wins a single game, that's a massive victory for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't get out of the group. They're going to be gone long ago. No one thinks they're going to win. But the fact that they win one game, the country will be celebrating for years.
In the last World Cup, they scored a goal and they went crazy.
They went crazy. Yeah, they're still talking about it to this day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They went crazy.
Yeah, Morocco is one of those sleeper countries. World Cup 4 years ago, no one really thought they were going to do anything, and they made a deep run and
Beat Spain,
Yeah.
beat Portugal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge for them. And it's still talked about 4 years later. Once again, the beauty of the World Cup is that you win one game and you're heroes for the rest of your life.
Morocco, I wouldn't. Would you consider Morocco a surprise if they make it to the quarterfinals because of the last one?
No, I don't think so anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be surprised.
Yeah.
They just made it to the finals of the African
Cup.
Cup Nations. Well, that was a mess, right?
Yeah.
Senegal actually won, but because of how things happened, they did they said it was a WO, right?
Yeah, something weird.
Yeah. But it's a tough team. Ibrahim Diaz is very good. Hakimi is very good, and they have a solid it's a solid team effort that they have.
Absolutely.
So it's gonna be it's gonna be a tough game for Brazil.
This whole group is tough, but
yeah, especially because it's the first game. First game you have more pressure. First game you see a lot more random things happening.
Yeah.
So I think it's the key. The first round, I think it's going to determine who comes out first, who comes out second.
Absolutely. Next group coming up, USA.
Group D. Okay, I want to say that every World Cup we have a death group. This one for me is the life group.
Yeah.
Anyone can make out of this group. Anyone can
very
make
true.
out of this group. USA, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One thing about Turkey that's insane. It's the third time they were in the World Cup. You know what happened last time they were in the World Cup? They made it to third place. 2002. That was the last time they were in the World Cup, and they made it to the third place.
Wow.
So I don't know what to expect from them.
Yeah.
I don't know. The US. What I like about the US, it's a lot of more experience in European competitions that we were used to see. I don't think the team is like fully ready. There's a lot of young players that's maybe for the next World Cup or even the following. But there's still some talents there. Pulisic, I like Pulisic. Weston McKennie, I like him as well. They have Giorgio Reyna. They have Timothy Weah. So they have good players.
Absolutely.
Um,
Christian Pulisic. I was getting his name wrong. He actually doesn't. He plays for, was it Milan? Or he plays for a German team.
Milan?
Was it Milan?
Milan,
Yes.
yeah.
He plays in Italy. He lives full time in Italy. Plays there. Same as Weston McKennie. He
Yep.
lives full time in Italy and plays there also. And once again, they were good players, and the USA national team picked them and said, "You're going to play for the USA." They do live full time in Italy, but they're American citizens. And they come back just like the Olympics. You can live wherever you want, perform wherever you want. You come back and play for the USA team, and that's where we kind of farm the talent from. So,
yeah. What do you think about Mauricio Pochettino? I followed him when he was at Tottenham. He did a good job there, but after that, he doesn't have much to show after that.
Yeah.
And I think in this World Cup we have some coaches that were used to only do like the clubs, which is a day-to-day work. that you are with the team all the time. Every day you're there, you're practicing. But with the nation, it's different because you get together like 5 times a year.
Yeah.
And maybe when there's a competition, you're together for 2 months, but that's it.
Yeah. It's like the USA basketball team. You got to take these great players and get them to work as a team together. That's a challenge in itself. So,
yeah. And in this World Cup, we have Thomas Tuchel that used to be a club coach, and he's coaching England. We have Mauricio Pochettino that used to be a club coach in coaching US. We have Carlo Ancelotti that only used to do club coaching, and he's doing Brazil. So I think it's a movement that we're gonna see from the next World Cups. I can even see like maybe Pep Guardiola in the next World Cup in charge of a nation.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But anyway, out of this group, who do you think comes out?
So I'm going to go with the U.S. And I say the U.S. because what goes on behind the scenes over in Europe that the USA never sees is that they start farming their players at, like, I'm not even kidding you, 6, 7, 8 years old, and they have these clubs, and you go to school, and when you're off school, you're sitting there playing for this club. And the USA didn't really start that until way later than your European teams, and we're just now starting to see those kids who started learning and started playing in these clubs when they were young. They're now starting to become the big players like Christian Pulisic and Pulisic. Once again, you're starting to see these guys now who have been built up this talent for years and years and years, and now they're finally coming up to the forefront, and we're finally getting to see the investment we put in for the long haul. Now, it's that generational game, right? We're now finally seeing to get the fruits of the labors from this. So I think I say USA number 1 coming out, and I say number 2 is going to be Paraguay.
Paraguay,
yeah.
I've seen some good games from Australia in 2014. They almost made out of the group stage. They had France. They had a tough group, but they almost made out. Turkey. Man, I think this is a tough one because
they could be a sleeper. They really could be a sleeper.
It could be a group that the third place doesn't make out.
Yeah.
They cannot make out because it's a lot of points that can be lost in this group.
Absolutely. Yeah, another interesting group to watch. But I got to say USA. I mean, come on, there's my asterisk. Obviously USA, I got to go for them. But I don't get crazy and expect they're going to win the whole thing. Because I mean, if they can get anywhere near the quarterfinals, then it's a victory for the USA. Let's put it that way.
So now we have Group E with Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. That's a good group too.
It actually is. It's a surprisingly good group. It really is.
Yeah.
Most Americans have never heard of half these countries, but they're really good in soccer. So
yeah. Well, I'm gonna take this out of the way. Curacao is gonna be the punching bag.
Yeah, they are.
Group.
They're gonna be the
punching
bag for sure.
And well,
it's their first World Cup. They're a tiny little nation.
Yeah. It's crazy that they only have 100,000 people in the country, and they were still able to make it to the World Cup. That's very crazy. That's crazy.
And they're going to have this crowd support like you've never seen. They're going to be so, I don't even know what city they're playing in. They're going to have so many Curaçaoians in the stadium cheering them on.
Is there a city in the United States where there's a lot of people from Curacao?
Is there a city in the United States where people know where Curacao is from? No, probably not.
I don't know. Yeah, but well, I think it's easy. This one, I would say easy, but some things are obvious. I think Germany clearly comes out of the first place.
Absolutely.
Unless something crazy happens, just like the last World Cup.
Yeah.
Not even the last. It was 2018, right? When they were, South Korea beat them, and they were out of the group stage. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's gonna happen on this group. But Ecuador is a team that we need to pay attention.
Yeah,
they have a lot of players. They have Stupinian. They have Inter Valencia. They have good players. They were the best defense of the South American qualifiers. They have Caicedo too. They have good players.
Yeah.
So I would pay attention on Ecuador. But I think that Ivory Coast can also make out of this group.
I think so.
It's not the same team from 2014 where they had Yaya Toure, they had Didier Drogba, they had a lot more talent, a lot more stars, but I still think they can make it out of this group.
Absolutely. And we were talking about before, or on the first round of drinks we had earlier, we were talking about how the weather will be a factor. We're talking about World Cup in July in the States. It's going to be hot. So countries like Ecuador and countries like Ivory Coast that are used to the heat will do much better. And so is Germany. Germany's got the same kind of idea. So that's also something you take into account for is Ecuador will do well because obviously they're a very warm country. They're used to playing in the heat. So they could surprise everybody. You never know. But Germany is a powerhouse. They're always cranking out soccer teams. They are always good. They're always there. And World Cup experience counts for so much. It really does. And the more history you know about how well they did in the previous years actually can almost be a foretelling story on how well these countries do in the future.
Yeah, definitely. We have now Group F with Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and Tunisia. That's also a tough group. I would say Netherlands comes out of first.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think so.
Yeah.
But Sweden and Japan, I think, fight for the second position.
Yeah, I agree.
Sweden, they have Alexander Isaac, that plays for Liverpool. They have Victor Gyökeres, that plays for Arsenal. 2 top scorers. But the thing is, when they play, they still don't have chemistry between them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had a very bad qualifiers. They had to beat Poland for 3-2 to make it to the World Cup. In Japan, on the other hand, last time they lost the game was 2024. They beat Brazil. They beat other teams as well. I would say favorites to come out on the second place. It's Japan.
Yeah, I agree. I think Netherlands first, Japan second. Netherlands are just, you want to think about the American version of what we think about the Netherlands. They're just big, tall people, and they can just throw the bodies around and are just fantastic about getting there, especially for corner kicks where they translate to American side. They kick the ball in the corner near the goal, and you got these giant blonde dudes just flying over and heading balls in. It's amazing. So, yeah, I think they're going to take first, Japan second. They're very strategic, and I think they're awesome. They're a sleeper team, too.
Yeah, in Tunisia, I don't know much about Tunisia. I don't have much access to what happens with the Tunisia team, but I just don't see them coming out of this group. I think it's too much for them.
I agree. It could be one of those surprise Cinderella stories, but for the most part, I think they're going to be fourth. I think it's almost kind of a guarantee at this point.
So for Group G, we have Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. I think this one is fairly easy.
I think so too.
I'm just not sure who's going to be. Well, I'm between New Zealand and Iran to be the last one in this group.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think Belgium comes out first, Egypt second.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Obviously the controversy with Iran, they were not even talking about participating up until very recently.
At some point, they even said they were out.
Yeah,
right?
they said they were out. Yeah. They said they were in, and I think that just that alone throws people off enough that. But I mean, maybe they're gonna rally and support, and there'll be the Cinderella story that everyone will gather on and say, "Oh, look at these poor guys!" Like whatever, possibly, very, very possible. But it's Belgium number one for sure. Egypt number two. Egypt's got some great players. One of the best players currently playing. Yeah, and he plays for Liverpool. I think he's moving on recently, but
they're talking about Brazil. I don't know if he was playing Brazil. That would be too random.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. Like I am a Corinthians fan. We have a Moroccan player.
There you go.
We have Jesse Lingard playing for Corinthians. We have Memphis Depay playing for Corinthians. So I don't know, man. Brazilian soccer is random now.
Yeah.
So it could happen.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty locked in. Belgium number one for sure. Egypt number two, pretty much locked in. And I don't see number three making it out of, making it to the next actual round. So
yeah, I think for Iran, it needs to be like that commotion.
Exactly.
Oh, nobody thought we would make it. Nobody thought we would be
the miracle team.
And we're going to do everything that we can to make it to the round of 32 and get beat out.
Yeah.
That's probably what's
because once again, no one expects them to win the whole thing.
No.
Just to get out of the group stage, for them, they'll celebrate that for years and years. So
for them, it would be huge. Even like a tie against Belgium for them would be huge.
What a great sport.
Yeah,
just the fact that if you make it out of the initial rounds, you're a victor. Like, what? Americans, we don't comprehend that idea. If you win or you lose, that's it. No.
Yeah, we have Group H with Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. That one, man, Cape Verde. What do you have to say about Cape Verde?
I couldn't find it on a map. If you can point it to the area.
What do they eat there?
For real?
I don't know.
Capes? I don't even know what they're about.
Yeah,
this one's an easy one.
Easy one.
Everyone can tell you right now the number one ranked team really in the World Cup right now is Spain, and they're predicted to win the whole thing. And they're in a group right now that pretty much
How much do you
Almost
think is going to be
guaranteed they're gonna move
Spain
on.
against Cape Verde? How much you think that's going to be that game?
I mean, I'll be nice and say 6-1. I'll give them 1
They
point.
score a goal. They're going to celebrate like hell.
They would celebrate like hell. They absolutely would.
Yeah.
They'd be heroes. The whoever made that goal will be a hero in Cape Verde forever. The Cape Verdeans will be having parades in the streets.
The Green Capes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say Spain 1, Uruguay 2,
Yeah.
and then what is it? Saudi Arabia.
I don't think anybody comes
There's
out
not
of
going to
this.
come out of it. but
Well, I would say that Saudi Arabia, based on the last World Cup, maybe they can do something. Maybe they can do something.
Yeah.
Remember, they beat Argentina.
yeah, they did.
So maybe they can do something. Maybe they can make Uruguay's life really difficult. But if Spain and Uruguay they don't come out of this group, it would be a surprise.
Yeah,
it would be
absolutely.
a surprise.
Absolutely, 100%. Kind of a locked-in group.
Group I with France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway. I don't know what Iraq's doing here.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
Iraq is the
what a
complete
bad draw for
oddball.
them.
Yeah,
That was a
complete
bad
oddball.
draw for them.
It is. I'm sure they were just kicking the chairs around them when they found out the drawings for this because, yeah, they're pretty much guaranteed fourth. Sorry, guys, it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah, and so France. I mean,
First.
I mean, I don't want to foreshadow or anything, but France is an unbelievable team right now.
Yeah.
I do not see them
so stacked.
not making the finals.
Insane.
The finals, not just the group of 32 or the 16 or the quarterfinals, semifinals. I'm not at the finals.
There's one thing that I can hold on into this group is that I remember 2002 when France played Senegal the first round and Senegal beat France.
Yeah.
That was insane. That was I remember 2002. I was 11 years old, and I mean it was the first World Cup that was like consciously following. Like I woke up the day that the World Cup started to watch the game, and I saw Senegal beating France, and that's unforgettable. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen again. But if there's anything that we can hold on to it, man, I want Brazil to win. I don't want France to win this World Cup. But that's it. But either way, I think Norway will make out of this group. I think Norway makes on the second place. I would be surprised if Senegal makes to the second place, even though Senegal is a good team.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough group. I think the Norway and Senegal for the second place is going to be a good fight.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah. In Norway, they have Haaland. They
Yeah.
have Odegaard. They have Sorloth.
Yeah.
They have a good team.
Yeah.
Senegal, they have money. They have they have the players that were able to make to the final of the African Nations Cup. I can't remember all the players right now, but they still have good talent.
Yeah.
So the Senegal against Norway, I think is going to be the game of the group.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the game of the initial group stages for sure. Yeah, I mean, France is, like I said, they're stacked and they're pretty much locked in. They were in the finals of the last 2 World Cups. And before that, I don't know how many in a row, but France is, they're pretty much locked in. Senegal, Norway will be the real match to watch for sure. Absolutely. And the Norwegians, man, once again, big, tall, blonde Vikings coming in, just whooping, whooping on people. So
big flying Norway, man, just like Haaland.
Norwegians.
Yeah. In Group J, we have Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Let's take out of this way Jordan. It's going to be the last one of this group.
Yeah.
Really hard for them to make out.
It's our first World Cup. Like I said, that experience matters. Good for them. They're going to be packing the stadiums for their first World Cup match, but it'll be short-lived. It'll be short-lived for them.
Yeah, but this one, I'm not sure. I mean, I would say Argentina makes out of the first place, but between Algeria and Austria, I think it's very tough.
I agree.
100%. Algeria, they had a very good World Cup in 2018. They made it to the semifinals against Germany. No, 2014. They made it to the semifinals against Germany and they lost. 2014, Algeria.
That's a
Austria, it's a team that's more physical. They do have David Alaba. And the thing is, he's not at his peak anymore. So I don't know how much contribution he can make to the team. But I would say it's Argentina comes out first place easily. And the second place between Algeria and Austria.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's a third team coming out of this.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
agree.
sure.
I think it'll be Argentina, and then I'm going to go with Austria just because Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's why. Why not? I mean,
I'm trying to remember a famous phrase that he says. I can't remember now.
I'm from Austria. Well, good day, mate. Like that's from a Dumb and Dumber reference. In case you didn't catch that one, you confuse Australia and Austria. Good stuff. Anyways,
All right. So we have these two teams. Group K. We have Portugal. We have Uzbekistan. We have Colombia and Dr. Congo.
Dr. Congo.
It's the Democratic Republic of Congo, but I like saying Dr. Congo.
I also like to say Uzbekistan. It would be the proper one.
It's a
How did you
nice-
say that again? That's
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. That's fancy, but yeah.
Yeah.
So Portugal has, like I said, one of the three top known players on the entire planet. And they got Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the most followers on every social media. He's the jack dude who's like Mr. Soccer.
And the craziest thing is that even they have Ronaldo. Ronaldo is not their best player.
It's not their best player.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
But I think that just the drive behind Ronaldo's time, because it's always been Ronaldo versus Messi. Even my kids who are 10, 12, 13 years old talk about Ronaldo versus Messi, and Messi just won 4 years ago with Argentina, and I think that created a fire inside of not only Ronaldo but all of Portugal.
I would like to see that. Like, if Brazil can't make it, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Portugal winning.
I agree. I think
Yeah.
Portugal will make a serious run, if not take the whole thing. Absolutely.
But well, I think this one is easy. Colombia comes out second.
Colombia second.
I don't see Dr. Congo or Uzbekistan coming out of it.
The prescription is not well for Dr. Congo.
In the last group, Group L. Group L, we have England,
Oy, oy.
we have Croatia, we have Ghana, and Panama. This group, I think we can have surprises on this group. I would say England comes out first,
Absolutely.
but between Croatia and Ghana, I think some things could happen there.
Yep.
Croatia has an older team, and we have been saying that for the last, I think for the last 8 years, I've been saying that because 2018 is when they made it to the final. 2022, everyone's saying, okay, it's the same team, but they're 4 years older. And now we have the same team, but 8 years older with some addition.
Yeah.
But it's still an old team, man.
Yeah.
They still have Modric. They still have like Perisic. Like a lot of players that were old 4 years ago, they're still playing now.
Exactly.
So I think that can play a part. So I'll put England first, Ghana second, and Croatia third. And I still think Croatia can still make it in the third place.
Wow. Yeah. I've got England first, Croatia second, because the old guard. I want to see these old guys have a good time at the end. But yeah, I said those two, and then the third team may or may not make it out. We'll see, but it's very possible.
We have now two teams from each group. I'm going to share the screen here so people can see what we're looking at. And now we need to select who are going to make out from each group.
So from the third places, there's 8 teams that were third place that make it to the next round. So even if they were third, 8 of those teams of those groups actually make it to the next one.
So are we going to... Well, let's start with Group A then. Do we have South Africa or Czech Republic coming out of this?
I'll check my notes now. Now we're getting into the deep tracks here.
Yeah.
I don't think I have them coming out. Really, I mean, we're only end up cutting out a few
Let's go with the
teams.
obvious ones first, and then we go through the others.
Yeah.
The other ones. I would say that in...
I had Norway coming out as the most
So
obvious.
Group I, Senegal comes out.
Senegal comes out.
I
I agree.
Senegal comes out. I would say in Group F, Sweden.
For Sweden, Sweden, I think they're a great team. They're going to make it out.
Sweden comes out. Group... I would put Ghana here. Group L.
Ghana was definitely.
Ghana. We have 4 teams to put on the next. I think on here, the tough ones here is like, I don't know if it's South Africa or Czech Republic.
I had South Africa.
So let's do South
I think
Africa.
they have
here.
World Cup experience. I think they're going to They'll make a run. Not far, but they'll make a run.
We have 3 more teams to put on the next stage. What about this group? Group B, Bosnia and Qatar. Do you see Bosnia coming out?
I don't see Bosnia coming out myself. I don't personally.
On this one, we can do Scotland.
I see Scotland for
Scotland
sure.
coming out of this group.
Yeah.
Group D, Australia or Turkey.
That's really tough. I do like Turkey. I think they're gonna make a splash this time. We have to balance our picks around
Because I think Australia can also come out.
I think so too.
Well, let's do Turkey on this one. Like, since we know that one of the teams are gonna come out of this group.
Yeah.
And now we need 2 more. Let's see if it's 2 more. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. 2 more to make out from this. Let's do Ivory Coast.
I think Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. We can put Ivory Coast here. 1 more. Algeria.
Okay. I can agree with that. Sure.
All right. Algeria. All right.
We shall see. This is when it starts getting the math stuff involved, and that's when I black out and swallow my tongue.
Oh, we need to rank. Okay, we need to rank everything here. I didn't know that. I have to refresh this.
I'm just enjoying my $23 old fashioned right now.
All right.
$23.
This is happening. Okay, so this is it. We do, I think, Switzerland, Canada. All right. Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, Haiti, United States, Paraguay, Turkey, Australia, Germany, Ecuador, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Belgium, Egypt, New Zealand, Iran, Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde, France, Norway, Senegal, Iraq, Argentina. This one we do Austria, Algeria, Jordan, Portugal, Colombia, Dr. Congo, Uzbekistan, and England. We did Croatia here.
You can do either.
Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
Yep.
So the 8 third places we have selected. We have South Africa. We have Scotland. We have Ghana. We have Senegal, Ivory Coast, Sweden.
I think you put Algeria,
Turkey, and Algeria.
Yep, absolutely.
Hell yeah. Now,
ooh, fancy.
All right. Round of 32. Germany against Turkey. I think that was Germany, right?
I think Germany. I don't think there's any debate on that one.
It's Germany. France against Sweden.
I mean,
France.
France against anybody. I think it's France.
South Korea against Canada. That's a tough game.
That is a tough one. In LA.
Ooh,
man.
Los Angeles. Ooh.
I almost want to give Canada because they have the home field advantage. That's how close it is. I think that the home field advantage will help out.
I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
Netherlands against Morocco. That's a tough game, too.
That is a really
that's
that's going to be a battle and a half.
In Guadalajara, man, imagine the atmosphere of the stadium.
Right.
This is going to be insane.
Oh, that's going to be such a good match.
Would you go with Netherlands here?
Man, that's tough.
It is tough.
I might go Morocco. I think they just got something packed in there.
I'm going to go with Morocco with you.
Yeah, okay.
Brazil versus Japan. I think it's a tricky game, but I think Brazil makes it.
Brazil makes it also.
It's a tricky game, though. Ecuador versus Norway. That's a good game.
Yeah.
Ecuador versus Norway. But, man, I think Ecuador, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I would say Ecuador because of the climate.
The climate. As I was thinking, it's in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's at the end of June, right in the beginning of July. Norway is like this heat. The Vikings can't take that stuff. So.
They need to have some tacos before. Mexico against Scotland. Also a tough game. That's a very tough game. Mexico City. I think, man, I don't see Scott McTominay doing.
I don't see
any
Scott
crime here.
Mexico City.
England versus. That's also a good game.
It
England
is.
versus Senegal.
Yep.
Atlanta, but I see England coming.
I gotta say England.
Colombia versus Croatia. Also a good game.
Another one.
Toronto.
Ah,
Ooh.
we're on at 32. This is battles right here.
Um,
Colombia is a favorite of mine just because I've
Yeah.
had friends who are from Colombia, and it's. But
I
still,
would say
don't know.
at this point, Croatia, because of the experience, I wouldn't rule them out, but I still think Colombia has better players.
I think so too. Yeah.
Spain versus Austria. I think Spain.
Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
United States against Ivory Coast. Huh. U.S. has a chance on this
I say
game.
U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got lucky in that one. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Belgium against South Africa. Belgium. Yeah, I think Belgium comes out of this. Oh, Argentina against Uruguay.
This is a classic.
Man, that's a
battle.
rivalry.
A rivalry.
Anything can happen. But I still see Argentina coming
In
out.
Miami too. Oh,
Wow.
That's gonna be great.
That's gonna. I think.
I still got to go to Argentina, but that's gonna be.
I
such a
can't say
great-
Argentina has a field advantage because of Miami, because there's a lot of Uruguayans there too.
Yeah.
A lot of South Americans there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's gonna be a crazy game. The
Yeah.
atmosphere of this game is gonna be.
If
insane.
you're free on July 3rd, go to Miami and watch it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
You
great.
should do that.
Oh man.
Paraguay against Egypt. That's kind of random. It's a random game
It
because
is.
Egypt has Salah.
Yeah.
Paraguay I would say Paraguay has a better 11
Exactly.
11 player team.
They have a better team.
They have a better team.
I think I have a better team. I would go with Paraguay.
Yeah.
Egypt never really makes a deep run ever, really, in the World Cup. Just kind of how it goes. Sorry.
And we have Switzerland against Algeria. I see Switzerland coming out of this. Portugal against Ghana. I don't think it's going to be easy, but Portugal comes out of this.
Yeah. They're going to make a serious run for the whole thing.
So now we have round of 16 with Germany against France.
Will this be called the knockout round? Is that what we're getting into, or is that the round of 32?
We since the round of 32, we count every single one a knockout round, but
Okay.
it's round of 32, round of 16,
So if you
quarterfinals.
lose this match,
you're out.
it's out. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. There's no.
The round of
So that's-
32, you're out too. if
Gotcha,
you lose.
okay.
So this one with Germany against France, this one's
Oh.
tough, but I would say France.
I got to say France.
Yeah.
That is going to be a battle.
Yeah.
Philadelphia on July 4th. Oh, that'd be such a fun match to watch.
Wow. Canada against Morocco in Houston. Ooh, that one's tough.
I got to go Morocco. I
Yeah.
think they're going to be surprising everybody.
And I'm even thinking about like the climate as well. I think Morocco
In Houston on July 4th.
they
yeah.
might have an advantage because they are used to this type of heat as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brazil against Ecuador. Wow, that was a game I was not expecting, and Brazil can make out of this one.
Yeah. I think it would be Brazil.
Yeah, even though Ecuador was able to hold a tie against Brazil, they didn't lose to Argentina, Uruguay, or Brazil during the qualifiers. So they know how to neutralize you. But I would still say at that point, I think Brazil can make out.
I agree.
Mexico against England. Nice game, man. That's
in
a
Mexico
nice
City.
Wow. That's tough.
How did Mexico get 2 games in a row in Mexico City?
That's tough. That's
Oh,
wow.
that's
In
tough.
Mexico City, I would put Mexico, man.
Oh.
Yeah. I can see that crowd insane, that heat.
They just
Harry Kane melting.
for real. The white skin just turning red in the heat. Oh,
Man.
I gotta say Mexico. I don't want to.
But I would say it can go both ways.
It can go both
you know,
ways.
but Mexico with all the ingredients involved, I think it's a
host country, it's gonna be.
it's a close game. It's a close game.
Oh my goodness, Colombia and Spain.
Ooh, that was nice too. Colombia and Spain,
Jeez.
Dallas.
This could be the best
Woo,
World Cup.
yeah.
Holy
Yes.
cow,
Yes.
This is gonna be some battles.
Woo.
gotta go
I'll go
Spain,
Spain. Yeah, I
Spain.
had to go Spain. Yeah,
Man,
I think it's gonna be a game that's gonna be back and forth.
yeah,
But Spain, when it comes to quality, I think they're gonna be more like surgical. You know,
absolutely.
they're gonna have less chances and score.
Yeah.
United States against Belgium.
Mm.
We saw that in 2014, and Tim Howard has over 20 saves in one single game.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I would say United States has a better chance on this one than they had in 2014 because Belgium is an older team.
It's in Seattle.
Seattle.
I'll go USA.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
do it.
Let's go. Let's. I want to see something different happen.
Yeah.
Argentina against Paraguay. I'll go with Argentina.
I
Yeah.
agree.
And Switzerland against Portugal. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I see Portugal
I
coming
see
out.
Portugal.
I see even Embolo is scoring a goal in this game, but I still think Portugal comes out.
Quarterfinals. So any team who makes it to quarterfinals right now, I'm letting you know, that country is basically shut down and work is closed, stores are closed.
Yeah. Well,
every single person in that
in Brazil, since the beginning, 2002, for example, I was in the 5th grade. We went home when Brazil played.
Yeah.
Group stage.
They will shut
went home.
the country down.
They send employees home.
Yeah.
They shut down the whole thing, say, don't come to work.
If you're getting murdered, don't call 911. They're not going to come.
Don't come. Don't call. They're watching Brazil.
They're watching the Brazil. Yeah, don't even try.
Wait for the game to end, and then you call the firefighters, you call the ambulance, you call the cops. But
apply
during the
pressure
game,
to the wound.
Don't even bother. Just put something on the wound and just don't make sure you don't bleed to death.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true. France and Morocco.
France against Morocco. Oh man, France is coming out, but
I gotta say it's gonna be France. But
at this point, quarterfinal is gonna be drama. It's drama from the beginning.
I mean, I feel bad for Morocco. I think they drew bad on this one, but it's France. France is a freight train. They're
Spain against United States. Oh man, that's Spain.
Yeah, sorry.
Tough, man.
Let's be realistic here.
It's tough. Brazil against Mexico
in Miami.
Wow.
In Miami.
Wow.
There you go. You want us to go to a match? That's the match.
That's tough.
July
That's
11th
tough.
in Miami.
I do remember Brazil playing against Mexico for like Olympic Games in Confederations Cup. Mexico usually do well against Brazil, but man, here in Miami, I think Brazil.
Yeah. I think Brazil's due to do something really good. They haven't really performed that great in the World Cup in the last couple World Cups.
I would say that I wasn't expecting Brazil to go this far on my predictions.
Yeah, exactly.
But we did have a good draw though. We did have a good draw.
For real. Absolutely.
Argentina against Portugal. Whoa, that is the game. That is the game.
July 11th,
Kansas City. Lionel Messi against Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
That's the game.
That's it.
Yeah. If that happens, I don't know what's happened, but I take the day off. I fire a client. I don't know.
Let me go ahead and put this on my calendar.
Right now. I'm gonna block my calendar right now. June 11th. July 11th. Argentina. Man, I don't know. It could go both ways.
It really could.
It could go both ways.
That's tough. I'm gonna go with Portugal.
Yeah.
I mean, defending champions losing.
I'm gonna go Portugal, but I do have an argument here for Portugal. And the only argument I have is because, like, Argentina, while preparing for the World Cup, they avoid tough opponents. They avoid it. They didn't play. They could have played against Spain for the Finalissima. They didn't. They played against Moldova. They played against countries that I didn't know existed. They play a lot of those games. They scored a lot of goals. But I think they should have a better preparation for the World Cup.
Yeah.
And that's my argument.
I think it's Portugal's time, unfortunately.
And these semifinals are crazy.
This is
France
just
against
wild.
Spain.
France, Spain.
Brazil against Portugal.
Brazil, Portugal,
Look,
France, Spain.
For me, if that's the semifinal, it doesn't matter what the final is. I'm happy.
That is great.
Yeah. For me, if that's what we have in the semifinal, whatever happens in the final,
Honestly,
third place, we're gonna have a very good World Cup.
That's the best 4 teams that you could have chosen from to make it to this. If this is what happens, wow, that'll be.
I mean, it could be Brazil against Argentina here too.
Exactly.
That'd be insane. Totally insane.
Brazil, Argentina would be nuts. That would be wild. But I gotta say, France, Spain. I mean, we're talking number 1 versus number 2 right here. This is pretty much the finals.
This one I do have an opinion that might be unpopular, because the last 2 times France played against Spain beat them.
Yeah, and they have different styles of playing.
Yeah.
They really do.
I think Spain has a better midfield, but France has a better attack.
Okay.
So I think it's a game that the back is going to decide. Like, whoever makes less mistakes in the back, that's going to be the team that's going to win.
I will say France, because I think that they have just such a stacked team. Their top player is Mbappe. He's like 18 years old. I mean, he's like 25 or whatever, but he's almost nearing the top scoring title of all time. I think they're a force, and this is like I said, they were in the World Cup the last 2 years, the last 2 World Cups in a row. It's their time to win this thing again, and I think they're going to win.
I'm not opposed to go with France, but this is a game that can be 3-3. It can be 4-4. It can be 2-2. Man, It's a game that anything can happen.
This is going to be great semifinals.
I can already imagine like Lamine Yamal in one side, Mbappe on the other. It's really hard to defend against them. They have Oyarzabal, they have Fermin Torres, Gavi. It's a lot of players.
I mean, Spain's came in ranked number one from the beginning. So,
but I'm gonna go with France because I can see like Olise, Dembele, Mbappe all playing together. Man, that's insane, man. How do you defend against that? That's insane. That's insane. And Brazil against Portugal.
Atlanta, July 15th, huh?
Man, that one.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be Portugal. Sorry, bro, but
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with Portugal too. I think we made it very further than I thought we can on this one.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go with Portugal as well.
Well, there's the finals right there.
And, well, third place match.
Spain.
I think Spain.
Brazil.
I think Spain gets.
I think Spain.
Spain wins. In France against Portugal.
In the final.
Do you think this final has the potential to be better than the 2022 one? That 2022 one was crazy.
Yeah,
man. That was the best game I've seen.
Yeah, I would say so. Man, I say France.
France.
I mean, Ronaldo. I think and Portugal is due. I think they've got like I said earlier, a simmering fire to take it, but I don't see France really stumbling that much. They've got so much World Cup experience.
Yeah,
they've been there so many times. I don't see them losing it.
And one thing that's in my memory because Brazil played against France like recently in a friendly. Man, the way that they move, how fast they can get from from their side of the field to the other, it's crazy.
Yeah,
how fast they can do
it.
Very few passes, a lot of speed. It's insane because they can do that with long balls. They can do that passing the ball. They can do that several ways. They can do that from the sides, because they have very good sidelines as well. So yeah, man, I think that's it. That's it.
I think it's gonna be great. I think we're running out of whiskey, so I think we're at the finals now, and it's perfect timing.
It is.
I hope that America embraces this opportunity to go out and actually see some good soccer matches.
We're a little bit frozen now, but we're still talking.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that works.
I think it's a fantastic opportunity to for America to really try to embrace this amazing sport. I think it's so nice.
Yeah, and well, let's see if we can make it back. If we can't, we can leave the surprise, the best player golden boot for another episode. I think that's gonna be like really quick to do, but either way, that's our prediction for the World Cup. I'm gonna even like share the screen again because we are like frozen here. Yeah, but that's it. That's our prediction. It might be coming back, but France first, Portugal second, Spain third, Brazil fourth. And I'm not sad about this,
Yeah, I think it's a good prediction.
Beginning of the World Cup, you tell me Brazil's gonna make fourth. I'll sign that document right now. I'll say, okay, I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right. That's it, guys. Wait for more content. We are the Quad Cities International Soccer Group right there. And wait for more content. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you.